So in my work, I'm often asked, how do I know when it's time to retire? So for the answer to that question, have spoken to numerous women over the years who are already living their post-career lives, i.e. retirement lives. And even though the reasons are very different for all of us, for each of us, there's been a lot of consistencies over time that I've spoken to women. And here are the top 8 reasons, what I heard in terms of timing when I knew it was time. So number 1, your health or the health of someone that you love needs your time and attention. Came up consistently. Number 2, what used to be dreading Monday mornings has now become dreading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, etc. 3, your list of what you want to see, to do, to accomplish, it's getting longer and longer, but you don't have any clue how you're going to ever have the time to do it while still working full-time. Or number 4, your role of spouse, mother, daughter, family member, community member has changed over time. And it's giving you a lot of uncertainty, either how you're going to be able to do all those caregiving things or things that you want to do and yet still work. Another unique one is your mind keeps going to the place of what if I, or imagine if I. You're starting to fantasize more and more about what life could be without work. Who would you be? What would you be doing? And imagine those things. And a large one that I heard consistently on and on again, number 6, is work no longer offers the benefits that it used to. Now, if you saw my previous benefits, work offers us a whole lot more benefits than just financial and health benefits. For more answers about that, please take a look at my earlier video about that. Finally, you're looking at spending more and more time daydreaming about what's next. And you find yourself doing that throughout the day, on the weekends, at night, ongoing. And then 2 other things to keep in mind, or actually one other thing, is that more and more women in your circle are retiring and you're not. So that a lot of times leads people to say, it's my time. And of course, the last one is fill in the blank. How will you know? What will be the primary reason that you will know when it's time? Think about that. Now, in addition to knowing the timing and when things are supposed to happen and when you're supposed to retire, you should also take this time to really do a lot of internal reflection. And here's where I'd like you to pull out a journal so you can take some notes. I'll try to go slow, but I want you to really think about these things, about your emotional readiness for retirement. So all the other things that I've mentioned are about the other signs that you're ready, but how about the emotional readiness for retirement? Here's what you need to ask yourself and journal about. Number 1, identity beyond work. Can you imagine finding your purpose and fulfillment outside of your job? How would you answer that? Number 2, social connection. Have you developed relationships and social networks outside of your work? A lot of us spend more time with our colleagues than we ever do with our family and friends. Have you taken the time to spend time developing relationships outside of work? Number 3, time management. Can you envision how you're going to structure those days throughout the week when everybody else is working 40 plus hours a week and you're not? How do you envision your days going? Number 4, your attitude towards retirement. Are you excited about it? Are you anxious about it? What's your perspective about this thing called retirement? It's really important to reflect on that. Financial peace of mind used to be the only thing that would kind of draw us to the timing of now it's time to retire. But now it's more about, do you feel confident in your financial preparation for retirement? Do you understand it? Do you know you're not going to run out of money? Are you ready? Number 6, look at your relationships, especially your primary relationships. Are your roles, have you had discussions with your primary relationship about what it's going to look like if you're no longer working Monday through Friday? Number 7, are you mentally and physically prepared for this thing called retirement? We'll spend 20 to 30 years in this thing called retirement. How's your health and wellness, mentally and physically? Number 8, have you considered how you're going to continue to contribute to society? What your purpose will be? Will you be fulfilled once you leave that Monday through Friday job? Number 9, how will you retire? How will you exit? Is it going to be a gradual transition? Is it going to be a complete, shut the door, I'm done, that's it? You really need to think about how you'd like to do that, how you'd like to transition to this next phase. And finally, can you visualize your ideal retirement day or week in detail? So these are some of the things you need to really think about for that internal emotional response to this thing called retirement. To assess your readiness, as I said, reflect on the questions and continue to, consider discussing them with not only your family and friends and your financial advisor, but people who can give you kind of feedback on if you're ready, help you to make that decision. The goal is to identify areas where you really feel confident and those that you don't, so you can better prepare. Finally, if you would like any of this, an email of these prompts, the questions to ask yourself, please direct message me and I will send you the list of prompts and the questions you should be asking yourself. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to be interviewing 25 women about this thing called a post-career life. If you'd like to learn more or be part of that group, women that I'm looking for are 5 years or under that they've been living in retirement. Please direct message me and let me know of your interest. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of the day. And again, think about the emotional side of retirement as well as the physical and the financial. Take good care.